Hey everyone, Dan Scott back again, where in this video I want to talk about the confusion encompassing the timeline of the Great Tribulation. And again, it is the revelation of the watch times of the night which give us wisdom to precisely perceive whether or not we will go through the time of great affliction in its proper context. So, to answer the question, are we going to go through the Great Tribulation? Let's first get a grasp on the timeline as to when the Great Tribulation will begin and when it will end. We'll first understand that the beginning of the Great Tribulation starts at the half of the period of 7, Daniel 9:27. So when we come to Luke 12:38, the first 3.5 years of Daniel's 70th week is the second watch time, and the second half, the 3.5 years of desolation, is the third watch time. So the third watch time is the great affliction. So the transition, the halfway of Daniel's 7 years, is the middle of the night, which is according to the parable of the 10 virgins, Matthew 25:6. And the awakening of all the virgins is the resurrection of John chapter 5, verses 28 and 29. Which points to Daniel chapter 12, verse 2 here, where Michael is designated very great prince in accord with the time of affliction, which is the great affliction, which duration is from midnight into cock's voice, the beginning of the fourth watch time. But let's back up. What exactly is the entering of the wedding where others are locked out? Well, it's simply the making of the spirits to his angels and the flames of fire to his officiators, where the first to enter the wedding are at eventide, the unnamed first watch time in Luke 12:38 here, which is the uploosening of verse 36 for those who were ready and deemed worthy of the first watch time. But also notice here in Mark that there is no second watch time specifically mentioned. It goes from eventide to midnight. And this is because the next opportunity to enter the wedding is midnight. And remember, Daniel's 70th week begins at 9 o'clock second watch time, not 6 o'clock first watch time. No, second and third watch time encompass the 7 years divided in the middle, where those locked out of doors in the middle of the night are according to the great affliction. But there's still bliss for the third watchtimers. This is the context of Daniel 12:12 here, including an extra 75 days from the 1260 as the curse of the fourth watchtime ascends. And in the third watchtime, all who call on the name of the Lord, they will be saved into the completion of the body, according to all the blissful ones of the first, second, and third watchtime. So to answer the question, will we be going through the Great Tribulation? Well, yes. But even before that, we'll be officiating spirits dispatched into service for others about to law accordingly allot safeguarding pre-midnight, where into the Great Affliction it will be the same. More will be made officiating spirits to be dispatched into service for others in the third watch time who will law accordingly allot safeguarding into the completion. So we're all going through it. But the question isn't, are we going through the Great Tribulation? The question should be, are we entering the wedding at eventide according to the pursuit of the Apostle Paul? And if not, how will we be found pre-midnight, fearing or faithing? Where from eventide to midnight, those who do not become sober-minded will not enter at midnight. Where then the first watch time officiating spirits with all of those at midnight will go through the Great Tribulation as officiating spirits, where others down established. See my video, down establish. So, this is the context of the Great Tribulation, the Great Affliction. It's the third watch time, where those of eventide and midnight will all have been made into officiating spirits who enter the wedding at that timeline. Where also understand that those dragging along that come into the completion will be the angels described here in Matthew chapter 13 to segregate the evil into the curse, of which the left name then will be judged in the Gehenna of the fire into the morning. So we also have to think about these things. This is God's righteous judgment, which will all then be involved in the judgment of the left named. So, until next time, as always, grace, mercy, and peace in Christ Jesus.